The year is almost ending, and what better way to celebrate Mobile Legends than to award the heroes who made the huge impact and stayed consistent in the ever so changing meta. So without further ado, it's your boy ENZO, and this is Yugatech Gaming. Starting off, we will rank the frontliners of the game, or the protectors, which are the tanks. In third place, we have the horse cow humanoid HYLOS. He is probably one of the oldest tanks around, and what I like about him and why he deserves to be recognized is that in the recent updates, he made a comeback. For me, in the other hand, he has always been a strong hero yet underutilized. People tend to forget how strong his ultimate skill is and how useful his stunts are. He is probably the best AoE tank in the entire Mobile Legends roster. And for the second place of being the best tank ever, we have Atlas. We all know how great he is in team fights, and he is probably the best scrambler on this list and can really control the tides of battle with his ultimate skill. He's also pretty hard, can take down and dismantle a lot of heroes with his crowd control abilities, but the most important aspect about this hero is how he fits in any hero composition. This is what makes him an excellent tank. But when it comes to the best tank this year, we have KHUFRA. We picked him as tank of the year simply because of how he fits with any given lineup. He sets up plays with his first skill that can pretty much dismantle everyone with one hit. No matter how mobile your character is, just one hit by this tank could instantly guarantee death, which renders every match unpredictable because KHUFRA is a total game changer. It honestly takes a lot of skill to really master KHUFRA, but when you do, you'll find yourself playing in the big leagues. Special mentions, we have Baksha and Tigreal. And now for the fighters, but due to their recent reworks and, updates, some tanks are considered as fighters, so don't be surprised. Ranking at third, we have one of the newest heroes, KHALEED. What makes this hero so great is that he has sufficient durability due to his Quicksand Guard skill that can replenish KHALEED's HP and reduce opponent's damage reduction when attacked in Quicksand Guard mode. His passive also gives him extra mobility for him to roam around the map to either help his teammates or ambush enemies. At second place, we have Esmeralda, considered a tank mage hybrid, which is weird since I honestly think they should have just made her into a fighter really, but anyway. She's no doubt probably one of the consistent heroes due to her being very hard to kill whenever she has enough items to boost up her shield, which renders her almost unkillable. Whenever faced against her, you better just finish the game as soon as you can, and that is why she deserves this spot. And for the best fighter this year, actually goes to a tank. Yup, you guessed it, Uranus. You know the saying that the best offense is just plain old good defense. That pretty much sums up everything really. This hero is basically made to distract unwary opponents by baiting them to their death. With his high sustainability, Uranus also has immunity from attacks thanks to his Ionic Edge and Transcendent Ward, combined with his ultimate makes this tank or fighter difficult to catch. Special mentions, we have ZHONG and Thamos. And moving on, let's go with the supports. But take note that some mages are now considered as supports, and in my opinion, they're kind of the same. So for third place, we have the cute little puppet Angela. What can I say? Angela is a great hero early to mid game because of her life-saving abilities. She saps into your team's carry, which will give extra sustainability and speed to turn the tides of battle. She's one of the best team players, and her support skills can really overwhelm opponents. At second place, we have the fireboy VALIR, and what he lacks with mobility, he compensates with his crowd controlling skills. This makes him unique. VALIR can also deal damage to burst down enemies and dominate the mid lane through his aggressive playstyle that constantly pressures enemies. And for the best support or mage, we have Pharsa. She is the best because she has the widest range for a mage in the game. If there's a complete mage support, I think it will be Pharsa because she can clear minion waves, can poke enemies to destroy their confidence, and deals a lot of damage and AoE effects with range. Pharsa just fits any lineup as well. That's why she deserves to be recognized as the best support mage this year. Special mentions, we have KAGURA, Luo Yi. And now for everyone's favorite role, the marksman. At third place, we have the werewolf hunter Roger. Being able to shift between range and melee is definitely a great asset to have. He is a total beast in the early game and probably my favorite jungler since he can easily ambush opponents and also has enough skills to escape enemies. He deals a decent amount of damage in his wolf form and can attack and chase down multiple enemies, which he can sustain himself with his lifesteal abilities. Next up, taking the number 2 spot, we have Bruno. He is one of the easiest marksman heroes to learn in the current meta. Because of his attack range and positioning skills, he has almost everything a marksman could have, but attack speed. Bruno compensates his lack of speed through high attack range, poking and positioning ability, crowd control, and the high critical chance. For the best marksman of the year title goes to Yi Sun-shin. He is just a very valuable asset in a team because he gives necessary vision to predict enemy movements with his ultimate skill, which is honestly very helpful for you guys to win a match with Breeze in high tier games. Although his damage might not be hard hitting as the others, he can still pack a punch, and with his crowd control abilities and critical rate, he can be a total monster that will rip you to shreds within a melee duel or range. Special mentions, we have Carry and Wanwan. And for our last category, the hardest role ever, the Assassins. At third place, we have the newest addition to the role, Vendetta. She is an excellent assassin because of how she overwhelms enemies with her quick movements. If you have mastered her passive, it will be very easy for you to take over the game, plus her AoE effects, and not to mention that amazing blink skill. At second place, we have Lancelot. Lancelot is probably the best bursty assassin in this list, which also brings enormous damage, killing enemies real quick with his chasing abilities. His dash is also one of the most useful assets as well. It can either help you escape ambushes when enemies target you or perfectly assassinate enemies. Last, for the most powerful assassin this year, we have Ling. I really don't know where to start when it comes to this hero, since he is just a really all-around type of assassin that can kill squishy heroes with one slam, or the fact that he can roam around the map real quick and ambush or just to spy enemies to give vision to your teammates. Not only a stone cold killer, Ling is also a great asset to any team because of his superior mobility that makes him the best map roamer in the game. Special mentions, we have Helkurt and Karina. So that pretty much ends our list. But do take note, the main thing in winning games is always skills. Anyway, congratulations in a year of excellence through this game of Mobile Legends. So if you got your own list, please do leave them in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and don't forget to visit yugatech.com/gaming for more news, tips, and tricks. It's your boy ENZO, and stay safe.